Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. If you are watching this video, then you are likely a total newbie to hooping. You probably don't even have an adult size hoop yet. But don't worry, because in this tutorial, I am going to teach you 3 tricks that you can do with any size hoop. Now, if you are super new, then I am going to leave lots of details in the description box below. You can read up on hooping and find out where to go next after this tutorial. Now, these 3 beginner tricks that I am going to teach you are the first 3 tricks in my total beginner off-body workshop on hooplovers.tv. But because I'm teaching them to you right here and now, I am going to give you all the details on how you can get mega discount if you want the whole 40 tricks, if you feel like you are going to take your hooping to the next level. So down below, check it all out. It's all down there. Let's get started. Now, I am rocking an irrigation pipe hoop that I made myself. It touches the floor and comes up to around about my belly button. But even if you have a little kiddie's hoop in your house right now, you can do these 3 tricks. They are all off body. Now, I see this a lot. Hoopers or new hoopers pick up a hoop and they try to swirl it on the hips, or they try to do some big, crazy, wild movements on their arms, and that's all cool because you're just having a play. But what you really want to do is start with strong foundations to begin with so that you can rock into, transition into other moves. So here we go, the hand spin. This is definitely a total beginner move, and it's one of the moves that I learned when I first started hooping. And what you want to do is have your hoop framing you, and you're going to hold the hoop at the base at 6 o'clock with your knuckles up and your palms down. And then you are going to let the weight of the hoop go either to the right or the left, and as you do that, it's like you're shaking hands. You're going to shoot your fingers out towards me, your thumb up, and keep your elbow in close to your body. Now, I know that might not be what it exactly looks like. Chances are you're going to be reaching in or chasing your hoop all over the place. And that's cool in the beginning, but if you feel like you're losing it or the hoop has already run across your living room floor, then you want to come back to this first position here and shake hands. Now notice that I am just giving a little bounce in my arm right here. So my fingers are facing forwards, my thumb is up, my elbow is in close, and I'm shaking hands with my hoop. Now you can do this in both directions, and we're going to take a little look at breaks later, but you can also do this with both hands. Once you start to feel confident with this, the hand spin, then you can bring your other hand in close to that first hand, and this can feel a little freaky because all of a sudden you don't have any control over the hoop. You are just controlling the hoop with the form of your body and that little pulse, that little bounce up and down, up and down. Now the cool thing is that you can take the first hand away, and then you can get stronger on the second hand. Hooping is a lot about balance. You are able to do most of your moves in both directions and on both hands. So trick number 1 is the hand spin. Try it with me. Your hoop is up, your knuckles are up. You're going to let the weight of the hoop drop. Elbow goes straight in. Try not to reach out. Try not to chase your hoop just yet. There are other cool tricks coming up. A little pulse, a little bounce, up and down, up and down. Keep those fingers facing towards me. Try not to twist. I know that you might want to grab. If you have the form and you had that little pulse, then the hoop will eventually start to stay. If it's coming up onto your wrist, it's likely because you're pushing into the circle, or you don't have your thumb up. So you just want to make sure that that thumb is there as a wedge. All right, you're still with me? If your hands are hurting, give yourself a little rest. Squeeze that hoop. Start again. Second hand goes in, really press together. If you don't press together, if your hands are like apart like this, then the hoop's going to be jumping all over the place. Then, prayer hands, take that first hand out, and now you're rocking balance on your second hand. Okay, trick number 2. We did the hand spin at the front, and we also did prayer hands, so technically like 2 tricks, maybe 3 already. You're totally rocking it. Now we're going to do the side spin. And what you're going to do is have your hoop in your side plane or hanging down your left or your right, and then your palm will be facing up. And then if you gently squeeze on your hoop and you give it a little push forward, but you keep your fingers shooting out to the side, now your hoop is rocking or spinning in the side plane or the side of your body. And this is going to be very valuable to you later on when you want to start to dance and move with your hoop. So remember that first trick was in the front plane. Now you're in the side plane already. Total beginner, no more. Once this feels okay, you can take the hoop over to the other side. Palm is up. One side is going to feel a little bit more balanced than the other. If you can, you want to imagine that you're pressing your palms against a wall that is right in front of you. So your fingers will go out to the side, your thumb is up, and you've got that little bounce. So already, here we go. We have front hand spin, prayer hands, press them together. Second hand, hoop is on the side, spinning forwards. Hoop is on the other side, spinning forwards. Now, if you wanted to put those all together, what you could do is right hand spin, turn to the side. Oh my gosh, now you're doing a side spin. Turn back to the front. Fingers are always facing laser beam shooting towards me. Prayer hands. Move it along fast. You're good. Turn to the side. And now you're back to where you started. Now you can definitely mess around with some of your footwork and rock it out straight away. What you want to always be conscious of is the form of your arm, the position of your fingers. Okay, let's go for move number 3. Then we're really going to combine it all together. Remember I said early on that you could go in 2 directions and with both sides of the body, or the left and the right hand. So if you are spinning the hoop on your right hand over to the right, and don't worry if you're like left, right, I got no idea, hooping's going to help you with that. Spinning over to the right, if you wrap your fingers around your hoop, then you will break the hoop. Not in half, you'll break the hoop's direction. And then you can do a tricky little reverse. And now your hoop is spinning over to the left. So check it out. Right hand to the right. Squeeze. To the left. Squeeze. To the right. Squeeze. To the left. Now, you can extend your arm as well. As you squeeze the hoop, you might push it out to the side. You might tap it on a body part. So you can get sassy right from the get-go. And of course, try that on both sides. Squeeze. Squeeze. Break. Break. Okay, now that you have those 3 moves, front spin, side spin, and breaks, it's time to rock them all together. Now you might be wondering why it's so important to have the foundation of being able to spin on your hands and why you can't just go back to this big cranking wild move. Well, from here it's really hard to move in to any of the other tricks that you're about to learn on your hoop journey, because you don't have any control. It's just on your arm. But if it's on your hand, you can squeeze and you can move into another trick. You can squeeze and you can move into another trick. You could squeeze and you could move into other tricks. Of course, they're all on hooplovers.tv, links below. Let's do a recap so that you have those 3 moves to rock out and then you can start dancing with your hoop. Trick number 1, knuckles up, palm spin. Make sure that your fingers are facing towards me, your elbow is in and your thumb is up. Prayer hands, press the palms together. Second hand, rocking it out. Press the palms together. First hand, turn to the side. Turn to the other side. Side spin. Turn to the side, squeeze. Now you're going forwards. Squeeze. Now you're going back. Check it out. Now you're going forwards, squeeze, now you're going back. So you have a huge variety of moves that you can already rock with any size hoop you have. So even if you have just started hooping, you can head on over to my Instagram. You know what? everything's below. Check it out there. We can hang out there. Make sure that you check out some of my other tutorials here. I have tons of free tutorials on this YouTube channel, so please subscribe and link me up, leave a comment, whatever it is that feels good so that I can see you rocking out your hand spins. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.